Hi friends! Have you ever felt like sketching is just quick recording? After a while, it becomes, well, kinda repetitive and boring. Does it feel like you're always drawing the same old stuff? Today, let me show you some ideas that would make your sketching way more fun and interesting. Are you ready? Let's explore the endless possibilities of sketching together. First, let's talk about drawing techniques. Do you always use the same approach? We can actually achieve entirely new effects just by changing our method. Here, I tried to imitate Mobius drawing style. This purely linear approach creates a unique visual effect, whether it's outline or shadows. Everything can be expressed with line alone. If you find the proportions challenging at first, you can start with a pencil sketch and then do the line work on top. This style has profoundly influenced comic art. Hatching, cross-hatching, and dots can create incredibly interesting visual texture. When using this method, always pay attention to the direction and reason of your lines. Lines follow clear patterns. By varying line density, you can strengthen specific areas, create shadows through cross-hatching, and leave white space for breathing room, resulting in a beautiful sense of reason. Doesn't that sound fun? Of course, I just demonstrated Mobius' method here, but there are many other ways to explore line-only drawing. This example is simply meant to spark your imagination. Feel free to experiment and discover more. Since we tried lines only just now, we can also flip the idea and sketch using block of shapes instead. It's another way to fully utilize one single element. Markers can quickly fill large areas with solid shapes. Using this feature, you can divide your composition into clearly defined shapes. Here, I depicted the figure using a dark color and left the lighter part blank. This is essentially a silhouette method, effectively implying forms without intricate details. Moreover, this method trains your summarizing and simplification skills. But by ignoring the lines and detailed elements, you are forced to focus on the overall framework. If you are someone who easily gets lost in details, this exercise is especially helpful for you. Sometimes, changing techniques literally means changing your tools. If you zoom out a bit, we see that changing our art material is another great way to keep sketching exciting. For example, if I sketch use just a brush pen, switching your tools automatically alters your drawing method and the final result. Brush pen provides bold, expressive lines and sits somewhere between fine lines and solid shapes. You can play with contrast between thin lines for detailed texture and thicker strokes for shadows. This creates additional layers and visual variety in your sketches. Additionally, varying your pressure can produce dynamic line thickness and unique aesthetic qualities that fine pens can't easily replicate. So by simply changing your drawing tools, you instantly open up a world of creative possibility. Why not give something new a try? Now we've changed the techniques and tools. Who says sketching has to be limited to black and white? Today, let's add some color. This time, I tried sketching with different color brush pens. I still only used lines but added a color dimension, completely changing the overall effect. Honestly, I think this result is fantastic. If earlier we only filled the space with black lines, now the introduction of color exponentially increases possibilities. Colors quickly differentiate elements within your composition, while consistent use of line work maintains overall unity. Imagine systematically breaking down your observation and reconstructing them creatively. Wouldn't this broaden your approach to drawing? Your sense of monotony will fade away as your visual toolbox and understanding become richer and more diverse. Since we've mentioned changing tools and adding colors. Why not try colored pencils? Let's expand our creative toolkits even further. For this figure, we don't need to capture every detail precisely. After all, sketching is about fast expression. Following my instinct, I kept the overall tone bluish green, creating a harmonious atmosphere. With colored pencils, achieving varied and richer colors is simple. While maintaining this color theme, you can enhance structure, form, and shadows gradually. Isn't this enjoyable? Also, maintaining a soft, atmospheric quality was something that emerged naturally as I sketched. Color pencils can theoretically allow endless detailing, but that would consume too much time and energy, since our main focus is still on quick sketching. The idea here is to broaden our sketching method rather than just becoming lost in detailed rendering. Today we've explored the various exciting sketching possibilities, from changing techniques to changing tools. Whether you focus purely on lines, or blocks of colors, or introduce vivid colors, these all approaches can make your sketching way more fun, and I hope you feel inspired. Of course, there are still many creative avenues we can explore, and we will discuss them further in upcoming videos. But remember, sketching shouldn't just be practice. It can also be full of joy and creativity. Which approach did you enjoy most? Or do you have any secret tips of your own? Feel free to share your ideas and sketches in the comments. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it around. I'm Daryl, aka your sketching coach, and there's plenty more art tips and creative ideas coming soon. And I'll see you next time. Surprise! There's some more advanced content waiting for you on my Patreon page. See you there.